You are now listening to the Friends of Rugby podcast. Relax your anus. Balls. Thick thighs. Camille Shat. Where's his neck? Eddie Jones. You're fucked, mate.
And
We're nice
we are
now.
live. Hello, friends.
Ooh, hello.
Welcome. You're listening to the Friends of Rugby podcast,
Yeah.
sponsored by A&W Root Beer. Diet A&W Root Beer.
Sugar.
Zero sugar. And no caffeine. Where'd you
No.
get these?
Janagom. I don't really like pop, but I quite like these.
Crisp taste. A fresh A&W Root Beer. Make sure to get your A&W Root Beer.
Even room temperature. Still good.
Probably going to get paid for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll know. I don't think a lot of people who listen know what A&W is. A lot of our listeners are from the UK, aren't they?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
And most,
They probably don't even know what root beer is.
that's what I'm saying. They don't. They don't know what A&W, the people I've shown root beer to, they're like, this tastes like medicine. I hate it. I thought that when I first got here, and I like it now, but if you're listening and you don't know what root beer is, it's like dandelion and burdock, but it's a diet
The
version.
fuck is that? A drink from Lord of the Rings? Is that what that is?
It's like this.
It sounds like a drink from
but it has
Lord of
elves on the can.
the Sounds like a drink from the Lord of the Rings.
Dandelion and burdock.
It's got frog's breath in it too. What the fuck is that?
Newt's tits. That's my favourite ingredient. Yeah.
How you doing, Frank?
Good. Yeah, how are you doing?
Good. We got.
I think we have a lot to talk about.
It's nice to be in a timeline right now where Canada is good at rugby.
But one of the teams isn't.
Yeah. But we're kind of forgetting about that.
okay.
We don't talk
Oh,
about
sorry,
that.
sorry. Say that again. Say that again. I'll be like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canada are good.
Canada are good at rugby.
They are good at rugby. They are genuinely good at rugby. That's not an embellishment at all.
I was a little. We're talking about the women's
We're definitely
Rugby
talking
World
about
Cup.
that.
Yeah. I was a little bit nervous. Australia.
You should be. They're not a bad
I
team.
thought that they would. They had a little. I was like, oh, you know what? They might have a little bit of flair in them.
I thought Australia would have a bit more in the backs than Canadians, but Canada shut them down. Actually, they played very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to now, we're in the Final Four, and the Final Four a little bit predictable.
It's exactly what I predicted, but with a massive caveat that there were a few games which I think the Ireland-France game was close. Everything about this World Cup has been a step in the right direction despite the last four. I mean that in a good way. I expected these four teams to be the last four, but I still think the competition as a whole has improved in terms of overall competitiveness.
I think the darlings, the team of the tournament, South Africa.
Yeah.
The South African women were
Yeah.
to go at halftime, to be 10-10 at halftime
Yeah.
against the Black Ferns.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Ooh.
And considering South African women have not even been close to them.
No, and the
historically.
jump up, the
Yeah.
jump in skill,
Yeah.
the jump in team. Like, this is a team that was almost an embarrassment.
Yeah, comparatively, right? Relative to the men, yeah.
Not to the fault of the women, but
No.
like just the whole like organization of the women's sport.
Yeah.
And just to see the improvement is insane. I haven't seen a nation just rise up in competitiveness ever.
No.
Like, you just don't see a team. This is like if to go 10-10, like to have it like tied at halftime with the All Blacks. That's like if Canada was just came out of like the men.
Yeah.
All of a sudden just came out of nowhere and then put a game on with like England or something.
Yeah.
Or Ireland.
Yeah, no one
New
was
Zealand.
expecting this, were they?
You know, it's just this is never, because when I saw that game, I thought it was going to be a 100-point game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And I don't think the Black Ferns are as good as they were when they won the last World Cup, but you'd still expect them to. They still could win this tournament.
I just don't
They
know.
still could win it.
I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. That's the most frustrating thing about this World Cup is the games. Most of the games were so lopsided.
Yeah.
So everyone that topped their division was just so much better than the teams below them.
Yeah, which is true about the men to a degree. That's why this is my favorite Women's World Cup so far, because despite what you've just said, it is still the most competitive Women's World Cup by a long stretch.
Well, every continuous one is going to be more next
time should be, shouldn't
the
it?
next time will be.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. And then after that, and I think when we get to about, I don't know, maybe about two or three World Cups, we're going to have some really questionable. We'll be guessing more.
Yeah, we will.
Because this one, yes, you can still say, these are the 4 teams. You can definitely see the top 3 teams.
Yeah. I actually think when you said South Africa are the darlings, I actually thought Ireland were that. I'm really impressed with Ireland.
I was
They've
actually
gone
a little
from
bit
zero
down.
to heroes. I mean, they set people's expectations high by getting some real big scalps before the World Cup. They just don't have the depth, but they do have a really strong starting 15. And that game against France had that. Did you see the bite?
I didn't watch the game.
Okay, so a French lady bit an Irish lady.
That's so French.
It was so
that was
French.
the
It
most
was so
French fucking thing I've seen.
Yeah, they've discovered new Irish French
yeah.
cuisine. Yeah,
The fucking bit was on one.
Irish calf. Yeah, it wasn't like a limb passed by and she took a nip. It was like a bite. It was a chunky bite. That should have been a red card, and that might have changed the game. Actually, didn't. Whatever. It was a close game.
Yeah, the reason was because last time I saw them play, they beat the All Blacks.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they beat the Black Ferns.
Yeah,
and I was just I was expecting big things out of them this tournament.
Yeah,
and then when they got just demolished by the Black Ferns,
yeah,
I was like, oh, this is I felt like they took a step backwards.
They did
in this tournament.
But they did. And we were expecting more. But like I said, even in that game, I thought the effort they put in was there. Like they're doing all the right things. So yeah, some teams in green are getting better for the women, and I'm really happy about that. I thought Fiji, considering it's a small island with no inkling of professionalism close to it, they're doing pretty good as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because they beat Wales.
They're really punching above their weight.
They are punching above their weight. They are. So there's big things coming. Having said that, the last 4 is what we should focus on.
Who was your letdown team?
It was Wales, absolutely. Because we have all the tools, new coach who I like, two professional teams. We are in the top echelon of women's rugby.
It's true.
And we fucking, fell out with a whimper. It was pathetic. I'm not blaming the players. I think it's still a WIU issue. But to have 2 professional teams, and many of those girls play in the English Prem week in, week out at the same standard as their English peers, and to not even fire a shot is pathetic. To get nilled is so frustrating.
I think I was a little let down too by the USA women.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting more out of them.
Yeah, and I know it's not as well advertised, but they do have a professional league now. They've got 4 or 5 pro teams.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what's going on there. Going again back to the last 4 though, still think this is England's to lose.
I do too. I think last World Cup was the same thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was really England's to lose.
It was almost a surprise. The Black Ferns won. Yeah.
And you almost need I want Canada to win this World Cup, but I don't want Canada to get away with the funding fiasco that they did with the women.
Yeah. They should be punished in a way.
They should be kind of punished. I don't want the women to be
their
punished.
Team seriously, no.
I want the women to win, but if the women win, Rugby Canada's gonna look at this like, oh, we did a great job.
Yeah, and they fucking didn't.
No, they did a fucking brutal job.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. Just
yeah, I'm with you.
You know how I feel.
I know exactly how you feel. Because my entire fucking country is exactly the same. Right. Anytime a Welsh region or team does well, I'm almost like I wish we'd lost both those. A part of me wishes we'd lost both those games in Japan because it'd have forced someone somewhere to go restart the whole fucking thing, boys.
It almost wouldn't.
No, it's not worth it.
Because you guys have been going downhill, and every other loss was like you're now at the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah,
and then
we kept finding new lows, didn't we? We kept finding them. But with Canada, they keep finding new highs. Yeah. They're winning despite their union, not because of it. So They could win it. They could win it. It's not impossible.
Like, this team is special.
It is special. And this is, like, the truth is...
Because the odds are, like, with everything they have, especially with now, like, with them, like, when you look at the other 3 teams that are there, and then you got fucking Canada sitting there, and they shouldn't be there.
No.
Like, there is nothing that says Canadian women should be this good.
No. And you know, here's the thing. I've said this before. I said their downfall is coming, and it's not something I want. This might be their last chance to win a World Cup.
Yep.
And for the next however many hundreds of years, because every other rugby nation is starting to take women's rugby seriously and getting into professionalism, and Canada isn't.
No.
And that's going to backfire pretty soon. This is a golden generation. As a Welshman, you take advantage of that. That's what we did, and look how many Grand Slams we got, right?
And there's absolutely nothing down the pipeline with Rugby Canada that even has an inkling like, hey, we're going to take this serious.
Yeah. No.
Their goal for the women, when they set out that like 10-year goal thing, was for the women to remain in the top 5.
Just keep clapping them on, eh? Yeah, keep
it
going,
wasn't
girls.
like, hey, to win a World Cup.
Yeah.
It was, we want to remain as like a top 5 team.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
how?
What the fuck? Like, what kind of goal is that?
Yeah, it's bullshit. And I remember, you know, when Ireland brought out that plan about, you know, we want to compete for a World Cup. We want to be in the top 5 of the world. I'm talking about the men now, and we want to win European competitions. Everyone was really inspired by that plan because it had actionable points beneath it. Yeah. How you're going to do that? And then Wales men, the WIU bought out a Simp. We want to win the World Champion Cup of forever and be the number 1 team in the world, and everyone's going to think we're the best. And I was like, how? Like, no, we just want to do it. That's the same feeling I get with the women's teams. The Canadian Rugby Union's just going like, yeah, we keep doing great, girls. Keep fucking killing it. Keep fucking doing good. We fucking got your back. Like, give them some money.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I get a plane ticket? Ooh.
Yeah. No, Kingsley Jones has got the credit card. Sorry.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a while.
We don't even know where he is.
Sorry.
He still has it. He doesn't even work for us anymore.
Yeah. So that's the vibe, isn't it? It's just we don't really. And the sad thing is, they've clearly put time and effort into the men's team recently, despite a pretty heavy loss to Fiji just a minute ago. They've clearly put time and effort into them, and I think it's something's changing, something's working. Just you know, even a little bit of the same thing for the women would go a long way with it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So looking at the top 4 teams now left.
Yeah.
New Zealand has to play Canada.
Yeah.
This game, I don't know who's going to win.
I think Canada will. I genuinely think Canada will.
I have a feeling they could.
No, they can. They've done it before.
Yeah. This is World Cup.
Yeah.
Kiwis know how to step up.
Kiwis,
even the women know how to do it.
Every man and woman in New Zealand loves a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and it's just this is the scariest. This is the hardest game.
This could be a game of beer pong, and they'd be pretty fucking up for it, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah.
But Canada could legit do this.
Yeah, I've no doubt. And the reason I think Canada are going to win is because of the 2 teams, Canada have been more consistently good. Like, New Zealand are very hot and cold recently. You know, like you said, they lost to Ireland, then they battered Ireland. Right, and they've looked like they've struggled. Like that South Africa game is a good example of that.
That was
they didn't know what to do.
That was a big indicator of them being put under pressure.
Yeah,
and them kind of like not. If it wasn't for South Africa's like lack of depth, like they were struggling.
They were in that game, weren't they?
They were shell shocked, and I think Canada will shell shock.
Yeah, they will.
The women,
and they're physical as well. Those Canadian women are physical team. So, and you know, I think
that really helps the Canadian women. Every single one of those girls are Terminators. Like, they all hit hard.
They do. Yeah.
Like, there's not a single. They don't have a weak link.
No.
In their team.
No, I don't think so.
Like, everyone's just full on 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever they're all their bodies going into every tackle.
Yeah.
Every carry.
And we've talked about this. They're well coached and they've got a lot of momentum. They're not going to be scared going into that game. They know they can win. So I think if they played each other 10 times, the Kiwis would definitely win 3 or 4 of them. But I think on average, Canadian women are better, and I think they'll win this game.
Do you think?
But
when they got France, England.
But France against England, I think England are going to fucking annihilate France.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think for the French women, they're good.
They're good.
But they ain't no England.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. And these guys play each other reasonably regularly. Like, England know what's
yeah, there's
coming.
no fear there.
Not at all.
No, they're coming to kill these women.
Yeah, they are. I don't think it'll be an absolute blowout, but I do think England will win relative. I think England will win by sort of 15 points sort of thing.
I don't even think it'll be close. I
think
it's gonna
15
be
points
I
isn't
might be
close.
another humping, like a 40 to like 15.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. So and to be honest, that's where I think, Canada could win in a final, but they'd have to have a very good game, and England would have to have a bad game.
I'm feeling if Canada beat New Zealand, and if they beat them,
Yeah,
like if they scrape by
yeah,
and they get a win, that's good. But if they beat New Zealand, if they go in there and hammer them,
yeah,
and they're going to get against England, I'm going to say this is anyone's game.
yeah. That's right.
I will honestly think if they hammer the Black Ferns, which I don't think they will in reality,
No.
but if they somehow do,
Yeah,
going into that final, I 100% have no doubt. Like this is it's anyone's game.
yeah, yeah. I think so. So actually, counterpoint to that, Ellie Kildunn was concussed in the last game, and I thought losing Ellie Kildunn, she might be the best women's player in the world at the minute. She might be. Abby Doug Dewid.
Abby Goody.
Goody. I would say it different. Anyway, Ellie Kildunn would have been a massive loss, but she's back for the semi, so
Can't keep her down.
can't keep it down. She's a fucking
What's a
warrior.
concussion?
I'll tell you, mate. I don't remember, but it's bad. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So yeah, I think what happens injury wise for Canada next matters a lot as well, because obviously England have a lot more depth. But
they'll have to stay
you said, Canada's bench is a good bench. It's everyone who comes on, they've got I've got a lot of faith of them to play well. But England have got depth beyond their bench, right? They can call up players who are pretty fucking good.
they can. If
Canada
they do,
can't do that.
if something drastic happens, they do have another. Like they have someone to come in.
Yeah,
They got a lineup. They got a lineup for that team.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Right. Like this is a team. Like this is a nation where the coaches are struggling to make sure they're picking the best players.
Must
it's
be
not.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They got decisions to be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think them. Like New Zealand is another team too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because they got players for days.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's about, and at that point, it's about picking your style, not even the best player, isn't it? Like, you want to play like
exactly.
this.
When you're at that stage, that's exactly it. This is where like coaching comes into play.
Yeah.
Right. When you have such a good crop of players that your style.
Yeah.
How are we going to play this game? That's when that comes into play.
And we know from watching a lot of rugby that can be a win or a loss. Remember Warren Gatland in the last South Africa Lions tour? People will say he lost because of the style he chose to play. And I think that's true, actually.
Yeah, he kind of played a style that kind of fed into the box.
The Springboks were waiting with open arms for his
we'll
physical style. And he could have had Finn Russell starting every test, and chose not to.
Oh, you want to play our game?
Yeah, fine. Fine. Yeah, every day. Like. So, anyway, I still think England are going to win the World Cup, but I would be very happy if Canada won it. And I think they could. But my heart says Canada, my head says
Canada
England.
to convince me they can win the World Cup is if they hammer New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah, with no injuries.
And then I'm going all in.
Yeah,
I'm jumping on that train. I'm like, Canada's winning the World Cup.
Yeah,
it's gonna win the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
But
I'm gonna put bets on it. I'm gonna find some betting place and
we can do betting in Canada. Betting websites.
Yeah, we could just bet. I'm gonna throw money on this game.
Me too.
Because I'm gonna be like, Canada's win the World Cup. The odds will be great for that one too.
Yeah, they would.
So I'd be like,
yeah, you could put $10 on, make 70 back. I'm not talking $10. I'm talking money. I'm talking triple figures a week.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw some money.
Annual salary sort of thing.
I'm gonna throw some money.
All right.
Yeah, because I'll be sold.
Yeah.
I'll be like a believer, like a newborn.
Yeah.
Who just got freshly into a cult. I'm gonna be like exactly like that.
Well, if they do win, like I said, this could be potentially the last time they do that in a while. So make some money, have some fun. I'm with you.
Ooh, this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's look at these games here. What time is this on at? Noon. Friday. Oh, noon. Motherfucker. And 8:30 a.m. on a Friday.
That's not
Saturday.
Terrible. That's not terrible.
8:30 a.m.
By our standards, that's pretty fucking good.
Well, noon on a Friday. I'm at work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it on during the day at work. I'm like, guys, sorry, gotta watch this game.
Yeah,
it's big. It's kind of a big deal.
Be nice if you worked from home, eh?
I gave that life up.
I'm never giving it up.
What else is new in rugby news?
So, let's go to the rugby championship because that's what everyone who.
No, let's talk about that last.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about that last.
The blue ball, our audience. How do you unpluralize audience?
I don't know.
Audient.
I'm gonna castrate them. I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the URC.
Yeah, what's up in the URC?
Well, a little team called Cardiff beat a little team called Leinster.
What?
Which means they're definitely going to win the league.
That didn't happen.
It fucking did happen.
There's no way.
It definitely happened. I mean, they beat them recently, relatively speaking, in the proper league as well, a couple of years ago. So Cardiff are official URC 2025-26 champions now. And Leinster are dog shit. But in Leinster news, Jack Nienaber re-signed.
Yep.
And I think that's more important to talk about because it's actually relevant.
It's like a 1 year. He's going to be there for the end of the 2026-2027.
Because you put in our group chat.
Because this is going to be going into the 2025-2026 season.
Yes.
So he's there for 2 more years.
Yes, exactly.
So
yeah,
I think this is really good.
Yeah, because you put in our group chat, is Jack Nienaber's effect on the Springboks underestimated?
Yeah.
And I actually was initially, I was like, shut up, Steve. Fucking idiot. But no, I think you might be right.
I kind of was thinking about that.
Because I'm a Razzie simp.
On the drive here. But after the weekend of Rugby Championship games,
yeah,
I kind of may have proved myself wrong, maybe.
No, I think Razzie is still a fucking good coach.
Yeah.
You know, and he's had a little wobble, but he's as good as Nienaber, I think, if not better.
Yes.
But I do think you're right. I think you put the two of them together, and we've seen it. They're a fucking super team.
Yeah.
And I think
they feed off each other really well.
And obviously, you know, Rassi is the kind of, you can tell what Rassi is more of a, you know, he brings up the energy, he builds confidence in guys, he has these sneaky ideas. Whereas I see Nienaber as more of an analytical, laptopy kind of coach. I have no idea what I'm basing that on.
Yeah.
But if you put those two styles together, you got a winning combo, haven't you? And we know they win. I think Nienaber at Leinster last year kind of proved it. He did kind of prove it. Having said that, he had literally the best squad in Europe and did shit the bed against Northampton. So maybe that goes against him. But that was Leinster's first silverware in a long fucking time, and it took him to win it, despite their resources. True. So he did what a lot of other very good coaches couldn't. So, you know, he definitely gets some credit.
I'm just really glad for like the young, because like Leinster also has a lot of young players coming in through their academy.
Yeah.
And to go into a system where Jacques is there.
Yeah, that's got to fill you with confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That team's just all about winning now.
I think so. And I think you are right. They are, you know, they're losing Cian Healy. They're probably, and then you've got guys like James Lowe. You've got guys like Jameson Gibson Parkinson. They're aging out.
They're on their way out.
They are on their way out.
Like, this is a good team right now where spots, like permanent spots, are open.
Yeah. And they've got some exciting wingers, actually. So I could see someone taking James, you know, pushing James Lowe for his spot. I could see someone pushing Jameson Parkinson for his spot.
And that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
Especially for James Lowe, like if he's like at his age.
Yeah. Yeah. He must be thinking, not now, but soonish.
I think he's got to be in that thought process, especially for a winger.
Yeah.
They
don't last forever, wingers.
Yeah.
And wingers are often forced out before they walk out, to be honest, because they lose that pace, but they're kind of confident enough in themselves to go, I haven't lost it though, you know?
And they're like, yes, and they're trusted, right, by their coaches.
Yes.
So they keep getting picked.
Yeah.
Right? But then it gets evident, like hey, soldier, you have to you know.
And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but that kind of happened with Andrew Conway and Keith Conway and Andrew Earls and all those guys.
Yeah.
You know, the Munster.
They were just trusty.
They were just trusty, and they worked their asses off. But when they slowed down, Munster slowed down. Munster became more of a grindy team. You know.
I feel like out of him and Jameson Gibson Park.
Yeah.
James he's going to be the one that's probably going to last way longer.
Definitely. And nines do generally last a wee bit longer.
Like if you look at like this weekend, Corpus Reinark, whatever his name is, he's 35 years old.
Yeah.
And he is as fast as like someone in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like he was picked for his speed.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like he's 35 years old.
Yeah. And the same for Gareth Davis, the Scarlets last year. He had kind of like a late bloom. Like he was playing out of his skin and he's old as fuck now. So yeah, nines can keep going. But
back to the game though.
Right.
The Leinster game.
Leinster Cardiff.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Preseason. I watched the Cardiff YouTube channel highlights.
Oh.
Yeah. And there was some absolute fucking tries in there. Cardiff have signed really well. I think they've recruited really well considering their shoestring budget. Tom Bowen is a guy to watch out for, really young guy. Johan Lloyd played 10. You remember Johan Lloyd? He's actually looking really good. Callum Sheedy
I doubt it.
played a good game.
Callum Sheedy
Callum
did?
Sheedy played reasonably well.
He wasn't shitty?
There wasn't
Oh,
also
Sheedy?
yeah. So there's reasons to be hopeful. I don't know a lot else of what's going on in Welsh regions, and I'm kind of like it's kind of like not watching a car crash, because even if all of them play really well, it's only going to last as long as the enthusiasm behind the scenes lasts, right? Like if all of them have been told you're probably getting cut, like what the fuck you got to play for?
Yeah, I wonder what the tone is going to be.
How can you have, like, if you're worried about your job, you're not going to play as well, are you? Simple as that. Simple as that. So I can't see this being a good season.
Because next week the season starts.
Yeah. Is it next week?
Oh yeah, Leinster is going to.
That was the 26th.
Leinster goes to the Stormers.
Yeah.
Dragons play Ulster.
Okay.
Sharks go to Glasgow.
Oh, it is next week. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Where is that? Who's Cardiff? Your Cardiff boys. Lions are coming to the Cardiff.
Oh, we got this. I'm not worried about that.
So
Actually, not worried about that.
Munster's going over to Scarlets. Where's that? Clinetti? How do you say that?
Kinetti.
Yeah. I'll never be able to say that fucking word. But yeah, so next week it's all starting to kick off. We're getting back into more rugby.
And I think
doesn't end.
No, if you've been in Western Canada where we've been, we've had like a bit of we call it an Indian summer where it's hot as fuck in September.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel very ready for September rugby, does it, around here? Like it's hot. It's hot here, hot and sunny. Whereas if you're in Wales, it's probably pissing it down sideways and there's no leaves on the trees. Everyone's always time for the rugby. So, you know. Anyway. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm not as excited as I normally am, though, because everything Welsh rugby is just kind of a mess. And I just don't see, I'm going to have to pick a different fucking team. I watched Louis Rees-Zammit play about 30 minutes for Bristol Bears. He looks shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looks shit. I think it's just because he hasn't played rugby in 2 years.
He's all out of shape.
No, he's in good. He actually looks like he's his quads.
His quads are huge.
They're fucking massive.
Yeah.
And that might be why he's lost a bit of pace. I'm not overthinking 30 minutes in a warm up game though. He's probably going to be just fine. But he looks slightly bigger and slightly slower, slightly. And he's obviously trying to find his feet again. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just support Bristol this year if he's good.
Because we got another month, and then we're gonna have some November tours happening.
Yeah.
Like shit's happening.
Rugby never stops.
I don't know how the Springboks are gonna survive.
Okay, so here's something that always happens. And I wanted to talk about this actually. I wanted to talk about this not necessarily today, but just generally. When the autumn internationals happen, everyone says it should favour the Northern Hemisphere teams because these rugby championship teams are coming off a long season. They've just finished the rugby championship. That has never affected them. In fact, they come in battle hardened.
Yeah, they do.
Hard as fuck, ready to play. And it's the end of the year for them. They're waiting for their summer to start.
Yeah.
They come up, fucking blow the load, have a massive party at the end of it.
Yeah.
And they're already in really good rugby shape. Whereas us guys have been sat here with our shitty summers up north in the rain on a beach somewhere. Go, should we play some rugby? Like, we get fucking minced every time.
I feel like this is going to be... I think it's going to be a little different for the Springboks.
Why?
They got to get tired.
No. Did you not watch the game?
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot. And they're going to come up to North. It's going to be hard. There's going to be some hard rugby.
They don't give a fuck. They don't
I would
care.
I'd be a little nervous.
I think Australia are going to suffer because they've just got that many injuries and that little depth that will affect them. But we know the Aussies love coming up here and just ruining parties.
Yeah.
They love it.
So they did last year.
They love doing it. It's the end of the season. They're here for a party, right? The Kiwis, it's still hard to sort of know where they are, but they're definitely not the team they were. I know that with confidence. But I'm not worried about the Springboks coming up. Like they look ready to go again.
Those guys are playing rugby all year round.
Their schedule is fucking mental.
Yeah, because those guys are basically just going from rugby to rugby to rugby to rugby.
That is true. Yeah.
Like they won't. Well, they will take some time off. So like most of the guys, especially the URC guys, they will take some time off.
Yeah.
And they'll have a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
Argentina might be a little cooked because a lot of their players go to the top 14.
Yeah. Well, they just don't know how to win 2 games in a row. So if they won last week, they're not winning this week. That's just the
when
rules.
you look at the rugby championship, no one does.
No.
Not right
We're
now.
going to talk about that. Yeah.
In other rugby news, Spain.
Spain. Tell me about Spain.
Spain is planning to offer professional contracts.
This is cool. When you told me this earlier, I was like, "What? That's fucking exciting!" And then when I read about it, it all makes a lot of sense. And I learned about this league that exists. I had no
Super Rugby Champion Cup or Super
the Super Europe.
The Super Cup.
Yeah, why has every rugby got to be super?
I was kind of confused. I was like, where is this league?
Yeah.
What's it called?
No fucking idea.
The Super Europe Super Cup.
Yeah.
Super Europe.
You're just Googling your feelings right now.
Cup. Rugby Cup. I should have Googled this because I wanted to see who was in it.
Well, I'm just going to Google one of the teams.
Rugby Europe Super Cup.
Okay, Rugby Europe.
Rugby Europe Super Cup.
Super Cup.
It's an annual men's European competition.
Yeah.
Featuring clubs outside the traditional Six Nations strongholds.
Belgium, Czech Republic, Netherlands, Portugal, Romania, Spain, and just Black Lion.
The Czech Republic, Bohemia Rugby Warriors. Holy fuck. Yeah, so this is
Brussels Devils. I don't like this too.
Portugal, Romania, the Dutch team in there.
This is weird. So I'm going to read you the teams: Bohemia Rugby Warriors, Brussels Devils, Castilla y Leon Iberians, Delta, Louisianos 15, and Romanian Wolves. But the holders of the title are Black Lion, who are not listed in the teams that compete. The fuck is going on?
There's got to be...
Did they just leave?
Former teams, Black Lion.
Oh, there we go.
2024. Oh, so I think this is...
Only I'd have kept reading.
In April 25th, the competition included 2 Russian teams. So I think there might have been a fold in this. I should have taken a look at this.
Oh, in April 2025, Black Lion revealed they were in talks to join the URC and decided to withdraw from the Rugby Europe Super Cup.
What the fuck is that?
We've stumbled upon journalistic dynamite on Wikipedia.
Black Lion revealed that they wanted to join the United Rugby Champions.
It was hiding in plain
decided
sight.
to withdraw from the competition.
Yeah.
What is this? That must have been some significant
there must be high-level talks going on if they're that confident.
If they're going to be, we're out, guys. Fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had one phone call.
See you later, Brussels Devils.
That's like quitting your job when you bought a lotto ticket. And you're just like, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah. They haven't even asked for references yet, and they're just out the fucking door.
Did you even scratch that thing? Fuck it.
I never told you I hate you, Julia, you bitch.
I knew this is the winner.
Shit, I lost.
Just kick the water cooler on the way out. Like, woo! Yeah, like there's got to be some serious talk going on. Whoa, that's an interesting little thing.
There was an Israeli team in there for 3 years.
Tel Aviv Heat. I've heard of these guys before.
I have heard that name before. Yeah. Wow.
So look at that.
Learn something new. But anyway, go back to Spain because that was the point of this.
Yeah, so Spain, they want to have professional contracts across the board, men and women.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That's great. That's great news.
I had a little note on this, right? Because Spain have been quietly getting a lot better.
Yes.
And Portugal have been quietly getting a lot better, right? And we know that from the World Cups they've Portugal have been in anyway.
Which is weird because Spain has had a really good World Cup. They had a really good showing World Cup.
Yeah.
When they came over to Canada and played, they didn't look very...
Well, they still won.
They won, but they didn't look crazy.
They didn't look. In fact, that was the game me and you were at. One of the games that you were at. I think Canada should have won that, except for some bad decision making. They should have won. So you're right. I agree. But what I was going to get onto was there's 2 countries which really need to step up, Japan and the USA, considering all the money and professionalism going on. But kind of behind the scenes, we forget that Europe isn't just the Six Nations countries, right? Europe still has massive rugby potential. We know that Germany have put in, getting better. And obviously Spain and Portugal, Belgium, and like I'm looking here, Romania, we know they historically got good rugby team, not mentioning Georgia. There's so much potential still in Europe. And if we'd have just let all of them into the Six Nations years ago and had a big old good time, I'm not serious, but there's a lot of potential here, and it's making the US and Japan look bad a little bit,
Countries I'd love to see embrace the sport professionally.
Germans.
The Germans.
Big Germans.
The big Germans and the Dutch.
Big Dutch. Yeah.
The big Dutch.
Where do you think South Africa get their big white guys from?
Yeah. I know. It's all that Dutch
Dutch blood,
DNA.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have the OGs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
going to show you how it's done.
Yeah.
They don't talk like that.
But I would love to see that because you know they would produce some monsters.
Oh, yeah.
From the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Like some big motherfuckers.
Yeah, have you been to Holland? They are genuinely massive.
Because aren't they like one of the tallest nations in the world?
I think they might be the tallest. Yeah, it's true.
So,
you go there, everyone's like at least 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm 5'10". I'm not going over there.
No, it makes you feel
like
unattractive.
A loser.
Yeah,
it is a short loser.
Yeah, I was just walking around stoned out my tits, feeling unattractive.
I'm a short king. I'm a short king.
Yeah,
I don't want to go over there. All these big dudes, all tall, fucking,
and they're handsome as well.
Yeah, they're all good looking.
Oh, they're all
just
handsome, and they have
my confidence.
Canal boats that I don't have. Anyway, this is good news, and I think Georgia have been kind of like banging on the door. Then people talk about this a lot of the time, but imagine the second tier Six Nations got as good as this first six, and then we'd have a conversation, wouldn't we? You imagine if Spain, Portugal, Georgia, Romania, Germany were all in 10 years' time, as good as, say, Wales, then all of a sudden it makes that conversation of a relegation in Six Nations that much easier. Because the truth is, if you drop Wales into a second tier Six Nations, as shit as we are, we'd still clean the floor with these teams.
Yeah, if they got into some kind of what they have to do is I feel like with their competition right now, what is stopping them from being like their own big Six Nations?
Yeah,
is they need to take some scalps from the Six Nations.
Yes.
So once they regularly are able to take scalps and one-offs between the top tier teams, that will bring attention to their home their fans at home, because then they'll want to go and watch the Netherlands play Spain.
Yeah,
because these two teams are good teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And for someone in England, it's not that outrageous, or even someone in France. You can drive half an hour to get to Amsterdam.
Yeah, so you can. These are just piggy banks.
They're waiting to happen.
Actually, I'm actually kind of, when you think about it now, when I'm talking to you about this, I'm thinking about this now. It's actually kind of a letdown how much World Rugby has failed growing the game in Europe.
You could go down rabbit hole with this.
You can. I'm just thinking right now, my brain is fucking going through a spiral.
Why haven't we encouraged? Because
what the fuck's, when you think about what the fuck's going on?
Because rugby, until very recently, has been an old boy blazer sport, right?
Yeah.
And we always criticize New Zealand and Australia for pilfering the Pacific Islands, but we just shut the door on the rest of Europe in the Six Nations for literally forever. And letting France and Italy in, they had to work for decades to get our respect.
Especially
decades.
If I was in charge of World Rugby, or I had a position where I had to grow the game. My number one position, my number one place would be to grow the game in Europe as much as possible.
Yeah,
just have that sport a fucking stronghold.
Yeah.
There's soccer and there's rugby and there's nothing else.
Well, there is, but in comparison to places like Australia and the US, where their other major professional sports are as big, maybe not as NFL, but like hockey and basketball are doing just fine, and baseball's doing just fine in the USA, for example. It's not quite the same in Europe, but the games like handball in Germany are pretty fucking big. You know? But you are right though. You are right. There's still
room
a market
for rugby.
It's definitely room for rugby. Yeah,
and rugby's a very, very enticing. There's space there and growth there.
Yeah,
there's potential.
Yeah,
that's not being. It's not being targeted correctly.
No, and it hasn't been for 100 years now.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, these are old countries.
Yeah,
rugby's an old sport. What's
and these aren't
on?
small countries population-wise.
No.
Germany's a big, well-populated country.
And these aren't even poor countries either.
No, Germany's the strongest economy in Europe.
So they got money. Everyone's got money.
Yeah.
And so you can just think about the professional teams that could come out of some of these countries.
Yeah. Yeah,
Spain spends money on soccer. Yeah,
it's exciting, right? We're being slightly critical, but as we're talking about it, I'm thinking, wouldn't that be fucking cool?
I would love it.
Yeah, me too.
I would love it if they had if those teams got up there, and you're like, oh, fuck, here comes the Dutch.
Yeah.
Ireland's fucked.
Yeah, it might, and you know what? It might not be a million years away. It might not. I don't think 10 years, but we'll see. We'll see. But this is I wasn't expecting this news. You told me, and I'm like, that is welcome. Unseen
it's
news.
Happy rugby news.
It's happy rugby news, and I need happy rugby news.
It's happy rugby news.
Yeah, good for that. Good for Spain. Thank you, Spain.
Thank you, Spain,
for making us happy.
Making us happy. And Black Line, good luck.
Yeah, Black Line. Yeah, I know.
Good luck.
It's rough.
I hope you guys had some actual.
Pull the cord on that fucking parachute, mate.
We're fucking out of here, you idiots. You fucking losers.
Oh, do you hear that? Usually on the phone, I got Ireland on the phone. They want me, baby. No, they don't.
Some fucking scam call from India.
No, it didn't amount to anything. In
You're
the
like,
end.
oh shit.
Can we come back? No,
Yeah.
no, you shut the bed.
Speaking of more rugby,
Mm.
the games of
You just want to not talk about the rugby championship as much as possible.
I'm
don't
talking
you?
about the rugby championship right now.
okay, here we
I
go.
was trying to find a good way to segue into it, and you just fucked it up
no,
for me.
my segue was amazing.
I had an amazing segue. Well,
Okay, do it anyway.
I didn't have one. I was trying to figure out one on the fly.
Well,
What's yours?
mine was just fucking smash that door down. Rugby championship.
Rugby championship.
Okay,
Argentina, Australia.
name a competition where every country only wins every other game.
There isn't.
There is now.
What the fuck is going on?
So every team has won one, lost one, won one, lost one. I don't think it's happened in the Six
They're
Nations.
both 2-2.
They're all 2-2. I don't think it's ever happened before.
I wasn't expecting this.
No, I wasn't. Is the rugby championship good now? Is it worth my time?
It's oh my gosh. I watched both games this weekend, and I was taking notes. I wish I would have took notes during the Argentina Australia game.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was taking notes during the Springboks game,
Yeah.
and
I got notes on that one.
I honestly was like, "This is the best rugby I've ever watched."
Yeah.
The speed
Yeah.
and intensity of these games,
Yeah, and the accuracy.
so
few knock-ons
and
in that Springboks game.
the violence.
Yeah.
These games, both these games had everything a rugby fan could want in these games.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just these. When I was watching Argentina, Australia, just those two teams alone, I was like, "There's no one in Europe that will beat these two teams right now."
No, I agree.
And the fact that Argentina, like, they walked out of the Northern Hemisphere with a win against the Lions, and how Australia just kind of picked up the game against the Lions, the best players in Europe, on one team. I was just like, when I was watching that game, I was honestly like, there is no Northern Hemisphere team that would beat these two teams right now.
I'm still so jealous of Australia. How do you go from being, everyone is talking about you like you're about the fucking floor's about to fall out and you're about to do Wales, and they just go, no, we're good. We're going to be good. I know Joe Schmidt has a lot to do with that, no doubt. But
it also helps too that when the other rugby sport, the more popular one there, it's still very transitional.
Yeah, that's true. I forget that.
They're still rugby players.
That's true.
Like, they're playing like a shittier rugby, in my opinion, but like, it's still very like these players can transition.
They can
back and forth.
They might. I don't think there's another country in the world where your two other major sports are transitional sports, right? I don't think it's an equivalent.
I don't think an AFL player can go into rugby.
They did. Israel Folau. There's a few.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Via league.
Because they, when you watch, AFL's not a physical sport.
Oh, I don't know.
They're like running.
They do violent piggybacking a lot,
and they jump into each other.
Yeah,
like who?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like rugby where you're directly trying to murder the other person.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of indirect jumping on shoulders, which looks dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying there's nuance there, but most of the guys who do that go to rugby league, then union or something like that,
But this was when I was that was the thing. I was like, when I was watching these games this weekend, I was like, this is the best rugby I've ever watched.
The best game of rugby I ever watched, genuinely, was also a New Zealand and South Africa game. I think it was 2015 or 2016, and it was the game to win and it was genuinely the best rugby I'd ever seen. And yeah, they when they're all firing, all four of those countries set the standard, don't they? We're all just pathetically trying to follow them. I was really hopeful that France and Ireland would kind of bring the spotlight to Europe a bit, but they have not let us down. But I think the Southern Hemispheres have just gone, not yet.
Yeah, just all four of those teams, Argentina included. I was like, if there was a World Cup happening like now, these would be the four teams.
Yeah, and tragically they would be on
trample.
Two groups.
I honestly 100% believe they would trample everyone. Like it's just it's just the pace of the games.
It's the speed of it, isn't it?
The speed of the games. Like every breakdown is like an intense. There's like everything. This looks like it's up in the air. Everything looks like the ball always looks like it's about to get popped out and ripped away. Yeah. Like they're just battling with everything they have to keep it. Like it's just it's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that ball gets to the wing so fucking quickly from
the ball
every
playing?
single of one of those 4 teams.
Yes.
It gets to the wing so quickly. Like, you've only got to blink and some 9 has whipped it to the 13 straight to the wing and there's a try threat straight away, And the amount of tries I've seen which are crossfield kicks, interceptions, just stealing at the breakdown and running, you forget sometimes that is almost as a common a way as just building the phases and doing set piece moves. And even when I'm coaching rugby, you never really coach how to do an interception. You never really coach how to do a crossfield kick, do you?
No.
Because you never have enough time and, your guys aren't good enough at the basics at this level to get there. Mm-hmm. These guys clearly drill that, and they trust their players to have such a very good basic level of playing skill that they can just tweak the extras. And those extras end up being Cheslin Colby intercepts the fucking ball.
Yeah.
And being the fastest motherfucker in the country. I'm jealous, actually. I'm jealous that they can just tweak these things. And even Razzie can try and create mauls in the middle of the field like a lunatic. And even when they don't work, it's like, it's nice they had the time to try that, though,
I think after these 4 games, after these 2 rounds of Super Rugby Championship, I kind of have a good feeling. I have a feeling where these teams are at.
Yeah, I do,
between
actually.
Yeah,
I do.
I would put it as...
You're going to rank them?
Yeah, I'd rank them. I think the Springboks are up there.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yep.
They're the
and
best.
then I would go with New Zealand. And then I would put Argentina.
Yeah.
And then Australia.
That feels so harsh on Australia. But it's hard to disagree with you.
They are the weakest team
Yeah.
in the Rugby Championship.
Yeah.
If you look at all their games,
Yeah.
they just get pummeled.
Yeah, they do. When they lose.
They manage to come back.
Yeah.
They do. They get pummeled in the first half. They have the worst openings. Like, they just do not start strong. And
but what a comeback team, though.
They are traditional.
They are the comeback kings.
They are the comeback kings. But this is like this weekend. They let up. They should have. The other game, I thought Argentina should have won the first game between the two.
Yeah.
And then the second game, Argentina, there just wasn't enough time to come back.
Well,
the ref, I thought the ref fucking helped Australia a ton.
Oh boy, that last try was the clearest forward passes within literally the same phase, and they just didn't bother to look.
And I feel like the ref gave it to them then because he thought maybe the other forward pass before that was kind of...
Because to be fair, the Argentinians also were forward passing the shit out of it. Yeah, and you do get that with the ref sometimes where they're like...
Well, he called that forward pass on that other try.
Yeah.
Or the on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Didn't lead to a try, but so I think he felt maybe guilty. I don't know, but it was like, it almost kind of felt like I was
fucked up there. I need to give you one back.
I work with a guy from Argentina, and he was texting me the whole time. He was losing his fucking goddamn mind.
Yeah. Well, they still won, so.
Yeah. They still won, but it felt like the ref was just trying to do everything he could to get Australia a win.
I tell you what, though, your ranking, I agree with it, and had that try not stood, which it shouldn't have, Argentina would have been relatively comfortable winners, right? They deserved that game.
Yeah, and I think that what Australia lacks is they don't have a 10.
No.
They're relying on, like you could tell Joe Schmidt is trying these other guys out, but James O'Connor is the clear...
He's so much better.
Yeah, he's so much better than the other guys.
It's like Nick White, though. He's just too bloody old. They just want to retire. Like
he had that Tane Edmed, this ginger kid, fucking come on, start the game.
Yeah.
He was all right, but he wasn't, there was no control. There was no leadership. And I think that's, now, they don't have a 10 that has leadership that can control a game like James O'Connor with the experience.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a red flag. I think just that having that captain to steer the ship like that, like James O'Connor does.
Yeah.
Now, the rest of the team is phenomenal.
It's almost sad for teams like Argentina and Australia because when do they have a chance to develop players? Because they are literally playing the best teams in the world annually. Mm-hmm. Like that game against Argentina, you're in with a shot of winning the Rugby Championship. If you're Joe Schmidt, you have to play your best team. Mm-hmm. You don't have a choice. Whereas if you're in the Six Nations 2 or 3 years ago and you're England, Ireland, France, and I'm playing Italy, Scotland, or Wales, I can throw in a new guy for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and not be as worried about it. this is every game in the Rugby Championship is a high stakes game.
Yep.
You know, and it's one of those competitions where you lower the standard of the whole competition if you let the competition down. There's a responsibility on Argentina and Australia to be good, because otherwise New Zealand and South Africa just run away with it every year, like they have done many times.
And then it's boring.
Then it's boring for everyone. They know these are all high stakes games, and yeah, everyone in the Six Nations, you know, every game is a high stakes game. But the truth is, it hasn't been historically, has it? Playing Italy was a gimme for 20 years, right? And playing Scotland for a while was a gimme, and playing Wales in the future will be a gimme for a little bit here, you know. So I do feel bad for teams like Australia, because yeah, they do have the oldest 10 ever and the youngest 10 ever, but when are you gonna get this guy enough game time, you know, to build him? Like, not right now, but maybe when he comes up in the autumn.
I think these guys are good. I just think they're just not what they need at this moment. Like, they're in a spot where they need to be good.
Yeah.
And
like right now.
They have to be good right now.
Yeah.
And there's just no time for these guys to like take that 10 jersey.
No, because Australia, believe it or not, could still win the Rugby Championship. It's anyone's.
It's true.
It's anyone's.
They could. I would say that New Zealand is. I would say now, looking at the final games, I think New Zealand have the edge.
They have the nicest exit ramp here, don't they?
Because the way Australia play,
yeah.
Kind of really caters to the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Because their defense is good when their backs are against the fence.
Yeah.
But I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to let New Zealand into the game early.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to come back.
And they'll try.
They'll try.
Oh, they'll rack up 20 points in the last 10 minutes.
But it's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough. I totally agree.
Because like New Zealand, like you could do that with other teams, but New Zealand, you're not going to do that with.
No. If you give them a lead, they're outside by half time, aren't they? Yeah, it's true. I agree. I think New Zealand will probably win this, although I would say the best team of the competition is still South Africa overall, but I do think New Zealand will win it.
I think they'll win it now just because they just have Australia last.
Yeah, I agree.
And I honestly think Argentina has a chance to take a scalp from
definitely
the box.
Well, we know they're not going to win the next game, Argentina, because they don't ever win 2 games in a fucking row.
No.
But they could well spoil the party in that last game.
Yeah.
No doubt. This is a bit crazy, because if that is the case, if it does come down to the last game, we might see for the first time in my memory like a points difference Rugby Championship. I know it's happened before, but
Did you know that Argentina and South Africa are playing their last game in the UK?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're
going to the Alliance Stadium.
Why?
I don't know.
That seems stupid.
That's the home game for Argentina.
That's bizarre. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I think because maybe all the players are going to go back to work over there, so they're going to play there. I have fucking no idea.
Why would you jeopardize home advantage like that?
I just don't know why. I don't know why. So they're going to go to South Africa, and then the next game is going to be in.
That feels like more of an advantage for South Africa, because Argentina cry when they're at home and they win when they cry, and now they can't cry because they're not in Argentina.
I think Argentina always play better when they're away, actually.
That's true, actually. Yeah. They are real, swashbuckling.
Maybe this is an advantage for Argentina.
Yeah, but me and you, when we were in London, the first drunk guy we bumped into, South African. There's a lot of them there.
There is.
You can M1 10 foot away from a South African in
it's
central
like
London.
It's like a spider. You're like never more than
South
3
African.
feet from a spider.
Yeah.
Even at the Canada game here in Edmonton, there was box jerseys all over the place.
There was, yeah.
Yeah. Back to that game, like the Argentina Australia game.
Yeah.
The game just looked like it hurt. It looked more violent than the box All Blacks game.
Yeah. They're 2 very passionate teams, aren't they? They're 2 very passionate teams. And they're not 2 teams. Someone like Pablo Matera, though, like he is the creme de la creme of physical nutters, though, isn't he? Like, I would not want to try and tackle that man. He's a lunatic. Yeah, do you know what? Like, that was a fun game to watch, but I always felt like Argentina deserved it, and that last try by Australia standing kind of soured it a bit for me. I thought the ref...
It kind of soured it. I really thought they were giving, because of all the hard work that the Argentinians
it kind of took it away from it. And I thought if Australia win this, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's anything against Australia. It was just maybe dodgy reffing. But, going to that New Zealand-South Africa game, you look at that scoreline, you go, holy fuck, what happened? But nothing happened scoreline wise until about 60 minutes, did it?
No.
And then the worst thing about that was I've never seen New Zealand capitulate like that. I've never seen New Zealand give up. Never. And they did. in the last sort of 10, 15. And don't get me wrong, South Africa were purring. Some of those backline moves, like, they were nice. They were quick
Are
hands.
we talking about South Africa All Blacks now?
Yeah.
You kind of just segued right into it. I was kind of like more...
Keep up with me. I'm on a roll.
I was going into the fucking... still talking
sorry.
about Pumas.
You can go back. We can go back. We can reverse.
Yeah, because Carrera's like fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties and points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like foully.
That's 21 fucking points.
That is a bit mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
People often say if you give away more than 10 penalties in a game, you're just not going to win. And that might have been the case there, eh?
Yeah. But anyways, we'll talk about the Springboks and All Blacks.
right.
You really want to go
I
there.
was keen. Well, I gave you my my opinion. New Zealand bloody gave up.
I think it was, what was it? It was probably, I forget, it wasn't until the very end of this game where I thought that the Boks had it in the bag.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I felt like it was
They
just,
looked better throughout.
Yeah, I think about 60 minutes, it was when 60 minutes came on.
Yeah.
Because they had like, Sasha Feinberg, Ngoma Zulu.
Yeah.
He's playing, he's fucking killing it.
Yeah, Manny Lebok had a good game as well.
Yeah, he's killing it, and then he gets injured.
Yeah.
He has to go for an HIA.
Yeah.
He goes off. Manny Lebok comes on.
Yeah.
Manny Lebok, and I was like, oh man, Sasha was playing so good. I was like, fuck, man. But I forgot how good Manny Lebok is.
Ball in hand, he is incredible. He has that perfect balance of strength and speed, doesn't he? Like, he can go through you or around you. Such a good player.
Yeah, because he went off at like fucking, yeah, they lost like Lou Dieger right away.
Yeah.
They lost Sasha Feinberg, Ngoma Zulu right away.
Yeah.
Like, they were dropping what's it, Afafile Fassi?
Yeah.
They lost their fullback like in the first half.
Yeah.
And it was just like, holy fuck, what are they going to do? And then the second half starts, and then Cheslin Colby goes out 6 minutes
Cheslin Colby has had a game before he went off as well. He was playing so well. Yeah.
And he goes off, and I was like, oh my God. But these guys just fucking...
They didn't matter, did it?
It didn't matter.
No. Because, one thing we know Razzie's been trying to do is just build depth and have players be able to play in different positions. This was one of those games where that really paid off because, like you said, having the 9 on the wing didn't matter that they'd lost Colby. Like, he was just playing as well as any other winger. And that was in some pretty big fucking shoes he needed to fill.
And it steered like your eyeballs from him. And all of a sudden you're looking at this other kid they have. What's his name? Ethan, I just had his name in my head. Was it Ethan Hooker?
Yeah.
I think it was his first cap.
Yeah.
So also you're looking at this kid. And you're like, okay, kid, it's time. And this kid...
Big shoes.
Yeah, I didn't... Because in the first half, I didn't really think much of him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this guy just turned into a different animal.
Yeah, he did.
Like, there wasn't... Like, he just... just destroyed all Blacks when it came to the high ball.
Yeah.
They just had a really good... They just, like... I don't know what it is, but the All Blacks backs, like, their strength, their bread and butter, these guys are just not up to snuff.
They haven't replaced quality with quality, have they? Recently?
No, they haven't. And the guys that they're
new
relying
winger,
on,
Carter, like he was fine, but he was getting outshone by, like, wings and All Blacks are kind of like synonymous, aren't they?
Yeah.
They produce the best wingers in the world for basically all of history.
all the backs,
every back. You talk about like guys like Aaron Smith. I could sit here for
Sonny
literally,
Bill Williams.
we could literally name every.
Ma Nanu.
Yeah,
like,
we'd
go
be
on
here for
forever.
hours.
Yeah.
We'd be here for hours, wouldn't we? Anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make. But it is the point I'm trying to make. That that's the All Blacks' strength. Like, that's your bread and butter, and you're getting outdone by the team who was supposed to be the rugby up the jumper, smash it through the middle team. Right?
When I was watching this game, I felt like they felt like the All Blacks are always in this game, and I was kind of blind to this game that, like, fuck, they're getting dominated. But I always felt like they were just like one lucky bounce away from being back in the game.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. They were just one lucky bounce, like one little thing, one little fuck up, and they're back in this game.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen, but it was constantly on my mind. I was watching this game, I was like, there's just one little bounce, one little knock on, one little thing is going to happen.
Gonna go.
The All Blacks are going to like capitalize it, but fuck, man, the Boks shut the door on them.
They did. They were really good. And that's the thing. I think more than the All Blacks not being as good as they normally are, the Springboks were just fucking very good every position. And like you said, they had some bad luck with injuries. Didn't bother them. They just kept going.
They went for, like, even the Boks early on, they went for, like, instead of taking points, they went for a line out.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to cost them.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
No.
It didn't. Like every one of these, like fuck, like these just, this like when this team, these are the best two teams in the world playing against each other right now.
Yeah.
Hands down. I think the All Blacks they're not bad. They're just too new.
Yeah.
They're going through they got a lot of kids.
We're just not used to seeing a kind of a rebuild from the All Blacks. Everything's always been so seamless because the new guy is better than the last guy a lot of the time.
And we gotta we also have our expectations of the All Blacks is kind of unrealistic.
Sky high.
Yeah, it's sky high. So now that they're and they've got themselves in kind of an awkward situation.
Yeah.
Where they have they haven't solidified their team yet.
Yeah. I've never seen this before.
But these kids that are coming in,
I mean, they're good, but they're just not as good as we're used to.
No, and they're not coming into an environment where they were the most dominant team
they're
in the
not
world.
the winningest boys of all time.
Teams are not afraid of the All Blacks anymore, and it shows. And it shows with the players out on the field too.
Yeah, and the thing is like when we talk about like the All Blacks and like getting better or worse. Recently, we've been talking about, they've lost this game, and we talk about them like they're a shit team almost, right? Mm-hmm. They're still, like you said, probably the second best team in the world.
And they are playing a bit of a different, there's a bit of a different style being played. Like if you notice the All Blacks, they've picked up on something I think is pretty progressive in the sport that hasn't been, that's kind of been forgotten about, but their target, their work at the breakdown, you could tell they're really targeting the breakdown. They're making it really difficult for teams to hold on to the ball and to play out of the breakdown. Because they're hardcore target, and it's gonna work. I guarantee you, when they come to the Northern Hemisphere, they're gonna shock some of these teams because they're just all over the breakdown, and you can notice it. I would like to see the stats on it.
Yeah,
but they just fucking are all over, and they're all over. They're diving into it. Their hands are everywhere. They're grabbing at the ball. They're doing everything they can to disrupt the breakdown, and counter-rucking. I wonder how many. I haven't you don't counter-rucking is a thing you don't see anymore.
No,
and the All Blacks are doing it, and I think it's a really good technique, and I think it's going to be a really more important part of the game in the future.
Well, I agree with everything you just said. I just don't think I've seen this before. I remember Ireland and Leinster about 4 or 5 years ago. That was how they won games. They played such a strong possession game, right? It's like they wanted the ball the whole fucking game. And the way they did that was just tight breakdown recycling, really tight. And like you said, also really good at stealing the ball, jackling the ball. Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying, but I think in that game, what I saw was the All Blacks style was a bit more open, a bit more full court game, but what they did really well was high ball. They just put the ball on a dime somewhere on the other side of the field and they'd get it back. And the All Blacks were trying to counter that by, we will just keep the ball whenever we've got it, right? And we will, like you said, really tight pods, really secure ruck. But one of those styles means you don't have to work as hard, and one means you have to work hard all fucking game.
Yes, and even on defense too, they're attacking, especially on defense, they're really attacking the breakdown.
They are,
they're putting bodies into the rucks.
Yeah, it works, but it's exhausting,
and it causes it really frustrates. You could see it caused a lot of fuck ups for the Springboks.
Yeah.
That style, just disrupting the breakdown as much as possible was really because Corpus Rhino had 2 knock-ons out of the and they were paying dividends this focus on the breakdown. I can honestly see it
that will really work against Australia and Argentina, by the way.
It will.
Yeah.
But Australia and Argentina have also been really attacking the breakdown.
Yeah.
But not at the extent of the All Blacks, though.
No.
They're really making it their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the All Blacks' ability to get the ball from one wing to the other.
Oh, that's nuts, isn't it?
Holy
that is
fuck.
nuts. Yeah.
That ball is across the field in seconds.
Yeah. That's true.
They can just spread these teams, and this team especially with the players they have. Yes, when they have the ball in hand, they can fucking get that ball across the field in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, and they've always been good at that, right?
Which is really the unfortunate thing in them is the Springboks are just fucking insane at defense.
Yeah.
But they were just they can just get that ball from one side to the other faster than they can talk, faster than anything. It's watching the Flash.
Yeah, best in the world at it. Yeah.
Another thing that really bothered me in this game too, when I was watching this game, the Springboks were fucking immense in the scrum.
Yeah.
But there's no like payoff. There's no penalties. Like
they're penalising it less, aren't they? And that worries me a bit because not that I want to see every team penalised for going backwards, because I want to see more scrums getting stolen by other teams. Like if you've got a really good scrum, I wonder if there's some mechanism where you just like, okay, give them the ball, they won the scrum, which isn't giving you 20, 30 meters of territory. You know?
I feel like there's rules around the scrum that actually need to be changed to make it so like that, because they had such a dominant scrum, but there was really no payoff.
No.
Because I was like, I think they got like 1 or 2 penalties, or 3 maybe, but it was just like not enough.
Yeah, because it was like, very dominant
for being dominant, like just crushing the scrum.
Yeah.
There was just no payoff.
Yeah, and I don't really like when a team gets a card after 3 collapsed scrums, because you know they're trying, like a lot of the time, no player is trying 3 times in a row to collapse his own fucking scrum, is he? Like he's just not.
I don't know. I think there's some dark arts that we don't know about.
There's always.
I think when our teams is like, you know, it's better if we just fucking, if we just
take a card,
or if we just collapse it,
maybe.
Give them the kick, and we get the ball back. Like it's just.
The scrum's still a bit of a mess, though, isn't it? I mean, I love that it's a bit of a mess, but you're right, though. Like, if I'm that good at scrumming, I should get more rewards for it. You know, I shouldn't just be like, "Hey, balls out, have a go." You know, like if you're on your own line.
I wanted to. It was just kind of sad. I was like, "Fuck!" The state of the game now is like the Springboks are putting in all this work to have this dominant scrum, and they're not really getting any dividends from it.
No, and
it almost says like you don't need, like it's almost telling me you don't need to have a good scrum to survive a game.
And it's kind of like, you can go back to Conspiracy Corner, which we love going into. We have talked about how whenever Springboks do well, they just change the rules so that whatever the Springboks are doing isn't, you know, and they nerf, and it's usually about nerfing the scrum, isn't it?
Yeah, because I felt like, oh my, where's the penalty here?
Yeah.
Where's the penalty? Where's the penalty? Where's the penalty? I kept saying that. I'm like, it's just. It's a really. I'm surprised a lot of people aren't talking about it, like because when you have a dominant scrum like that, it should show.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, the score line is 43-10, but it should have been. There should have been more punishment because of the scrum.
Yeah.
In that game, and it really was souring me in this game because I was like, they should be getting a lot more opportunities here, a lot more advantage here because of how dominant their scrum is. And the ref's just not calling anything.
No.
The scrum's collapsed because of the pressure, and he's just sitting there waiting for the ball to come out the end. Use it. Like, no, give us a kick. Get us down the field. We earned some meters here.
Yeah.
We did some work.
I just don't think you should be allowed 20, 30 meters for every positive scrum, because that just means the game is decided by the scrum.
It's a part of the game.
It should be a part of the game, and it should be a big part. It shouldn't be the only part of the game.
And there's a very, very fair way to counter that, to not get out scrummed. Like it's easy. Like it's like a rugby game. Like you just don't get
as
outplayed.
A back. I just don't want the backs to be made irrelevant. There's a balance.
I don't think they would. I think they would. I think you'd have teams that would rely on the scrum, like the box, and you'd have teams that run around everything.
Yeah.
Like the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Right? Because the All Blacks were in this game for 60 minutes.
Yeah, they were.
Until the floodgates opened, and they should have been punished more because of the scrum, and they weren't. And that kind of fucking soured me.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe there is some rule changes. Maybe there's the way to make the scrum more. They need to award that dominance.
They usually do as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I can hear from your voice though? You watched 2 very fucking. Look how passionate you are. You watched 2 really good games of rugby, and I actually, this is the year I've enjoyed the rugby championship the most. I think.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe ever.
Hands down.
Thank you, Argentina. Thank you, Argentina, and thank you, Australia.
Yes.
Because you could have just shat the bed, and I'd have thought, hey, that's fine. That sounds about right.
I think if one of those teams would have just been shit, it would have been a completely different tournament.
And thank you, New Zealand, for not being quite as good as you usually are, because you've left the door open just enough for me to enjoy. Genuinely, like they've opened, enough competition here so that it makes me think like there is hope for rugby in the future. Yeah. Everyone could be on a level playing field,
And it's not like a couple years ago where they were losing a bunch of games and it looked pretty dire.
Yeah.
Like when the Ian Foster losses and stuff. Like when they lost to Ireland and they're like, oh fuck, the All Blacks are in trouble.
Yeah.
When I watched this game, like after that game, I was like, if you're an All Blacks fan, you're fine. You're just like, these guys just need some galvanizing.
Well, they're not fine because they're way their standards are so fucking. But from a neutral's point of view, we know they're a very good rugby team.
Yeah, when you're watching as a neutral, you know that these guys are just a couple games. Like they just need more experience. Because this is a young team.
Yeah.
A lot of young players.
Yeah.
And a lot of their other guys are aging out.
Yeah.
They're just in a real awkward stage. And I don't think they've ever really been in this. They've always had, like, they had a really good steady stream of guys. And I think with players leaving, because you got to remember, they have a lot of players outside of New Zealand that aren't even eligible.
Yeah. I miss Mr. Moanga.
Yeah, like Richard Moanga, like the 10, like they are still struggling.
That was crazy because when he left, I thought he was the best 10 in the world, and he just was like, "No, I'm off. This is your moment, guy." But that try, that RG Snyman try in that game, where he basically just waded through the entire All Blacks team, right? That was the moment where I thought all the things the Springboks have been building towards was that, because ultimately that was just a very big man bashing his way through the middle. But they had tweaked, they'd just done enough in the scrum, they'd done enough out wide, they'd done enough with the aerial game to basically counteract everything that the All Blacks had thrown at them. And that was the moment where the whole dam collapsed. And after that, you just saw the body language of the All Blacks go, "Oh, fuck, we've lost."
After that performance by the Boks, and watching their new style.
Yeah.
Because they played a lot of this, like, where they are calling it Tony ball.
They played some fucking nonsense is what they did.
Yeah.
But, you've got to break some eggs, haven't you?
And when you're watching this, and they're not even at their full form yet.
No.
Like, they're still, like, in their larva stage.
Yeah.
They're still, like...
Razzie mind games,
they're
I
still
love
fermenting
it.
in this, and you're like, holy fuck, they're going to be they're just going to get better.
Yeah.
They're just going to get better.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my God, they're going to get better. Like, and the players that they have,
and even the All Blacks can't beat them.
Like, they got legit 3 10s, like just 3
all
10s.
different styles and all very good as well.
Yes,
that's what's crazy.
That can be implemented into different kind of strategies.
You've got young and runny McFastboy. You've got big smashy McBoy. Like they've got all kinds of shit. Yeah, and Quagga Smith is one of my favorite rugby players, and when he comes on, it looks like they brought him back on, and he'll just. He got that pop off Peter Steph de Toy and just ran in a try. But everything else he did, he's just amazing. He's ultimate versatility forward. And their depth is nuts.
Yeah, that 8-man Jasper Weiss.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's a fucking monster, and he was being a monster.
Yeah. And Andre Esterhuizen, I think he's worth a mention because he's coming in from the outside, and he looks right at home. So they've obviously got a good environment. I'm scared. Should we finish on that?
I'm scared.
I'm finished there.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I honestly think right now, looking at these teams, looking at how 2025 has gone so far. Yeah. If you're looking at these teams, easily the best team in the world is Springboks right now. If you if they keep this up, if they keep up this this just growing, and especially with the rugby intelligence that they have behind these players too, like they're gonna win the next World Cup. They might win 3 World Cups in a row.
Pieces of shit.
Like someone has to really step up, because I feel like the All Blacks, by the time the next World Cup, they'll be 2 years from now. Is it? Yeah, 2 years. Like a year and a half. Yeah. Away. When it gets it, they're going to be really good too. But fuck, like the Northern Hemisphere, like this is going to be a really scary World Cup. Did we
miss our moment?
I think we did.
We missed our moment.
I think there was a gap there.
Yeah.
There was a gap in the Southern Hemisphere where the Northern Hemisphere really could have took advantage of.
Yeah, me too.
And they just weren't there yet.
I think England, for Ireland and France were the big, they were the ones, and then England just slightly behind them, very slightly behind them. Those guys just really needed to turn some of those, because they were close games, weren't they? That Ireland loss to the All Blacks in the World Cup was a close game. France, South Africa, close game. Like they just, if one or two of those results gone the other way, if England win one of those 2 tests in New Zealand last year, you just got to think that gives them enough confidence so that this conversation's a bit different, where you're not saying Springboks are definitely winning the next World Cup. Because right now, I don't disagree with you, and I'm a bit sad about that.
I think the Lions tour for me kind of told a lot
It did, didn't it?
right? Because that was
Yeah.
that was a
That's all we got.
yeah, like
You know,
we
this
were
is-
expecting more.
Yeah.
There should have been a fucking super dominant.
You got to remember,
performance.
there's always a caveat with the Lions because they don't always play together, but they are still absolutely the best guys in their positions. you
Yeah,
know,
that's
out of
true. A lot of people
fucking
make that
countries.
argument too.
Yeah.
There is that aspect of it too. But
Yeah.
like, these guys like the Springboks. These guys all come from different teams.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right. So they're and they're coming from different leagues
Yeah.
also.
There's three different continents there, isn't
Yeah,
there?
like 2/3 of that team comes from outside of South Africa.
Yeah.
So these guys are all over the fucking place, and they come together and they put together a team. Like so, yeah. I think I agree with you 100%. We the Northern
Missed
Hemisphere missed their opportunity in 2023.
Shit. I'm scared.
Well, I think we talked about everything we were going to talk about.
Yeah, you were pretty passionate.
Yeah, got into it.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's good. Yeah. And do you know the best thing? We're at the start of the rugby buffet. We're back to the start.
well, the buffet's coming.
Buffet's
We're
coming
gonna be eating good.
next week. You ready?
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
even have old Nathan back.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, friends. Thanks for listening to the
thanks for listening.
podcast. Like and share the podcast, and have a good one.